What's up, guys? Yonnder sent over their R1 robot vacuum for me to check out. Been using it for about a week. These are my overall thoughts. This is the vacuum itself, fairly decent size. It's pretty big, weighs about 7 pounds as well. On the back right here, you have an on-off switch. So to use this, you're gonna have to turn that on first, which is nice. That saves battery life. If you don't want this to automatically turn on, you can just turn that off, which is awesome. There's also a little charging port right underneath it. So if you don't want to use the charging dock that this comes with, you can just unplug the cable and plug it in right there, which is pretty sweet. On the top, you got the power button, a little charging button. Press that if you want it to return to the charging base, and obviously that turns it on and off. The sensors on this vacuum are actually really good. So you've got proximity sensors right here on all three sides, these little red covers, and it also has bump sensors. So when it bumps into stuff, as you can see, that goes in. So if it's bumps into something, it's going to readjust itself and keep going. And it's even going to be able to avoid the stairs because of this sensor right here. It sees where a stair is, and then it'll stop and then adjust itself and keep vacuuming, which is pretty awesome. On the bottom, we have these dual-sided brushes, and you can actually pop these off, which is really nice. Hair will get tangled around these because of, hair on the floor, hair on the carpet, and you can actually just pop them off and clean out the hair, which is really nice, and then just pop those right back on. And they'll do a really good job at pushing stuff right into the actual suction. We also have this little squeege underneath it. So as this is going, this is going to keep the dust from, being lost. It's going to kind of keep it with it, and then it can suck it up. Then below that, we got these spring-loaded wheels. These are really sweet. When this thing is on, the wheels will push in and it'll vacuum. When you pick it up, the wheels come back out and the vacuum will stop. These also work really well for going over carpet and like little bumps and rugs and stuff like that. They work really well. The rubber's also really solid. Back to the top, if we pop open the cover right here, this is where we have the actual container that collects all of the stuff this thing vacuums up. We got a little handle to make it easier to take out of the vacuum. On the front is this dust filter, and right now this thing is super dirty, like good lord. What's cool though is we can obviously pop these out to clean them, or we can just take this off, pop it out, and this vacuum actually comes with an extra. So we can just pop in that brand new clean one and pop it right back into our vacuum, and boom, got a nice clean one again. We can also pop open the actual container right here on the side. Pops open like that. When we have a second filter, this little blue one, just to keep stuff nice and contained. Pop that out as well. As you can see, this thing's been getting a lot of stuff. We actually used it a few times. We haven't even cleaned it. That's pretty good. And this filter also works really well for keeping more dust from falling out. There's also a little plastic piece on this, so boom, nothing's gonna fall out because it's closed right now. And just the overall container that catches everything is really good. This thing also comes with its own remote controller, so you're able to turn it on and off, have it go back to its charging station, control where you want it to go, like an actual remote control car. And then you have the 3 different buttons that control the vacuuming settings. So if you want it to do circles, if you want it to go around the perimeter of your house, or just do auto where it just vacuums everything it can, you do all that. The batteries are also included. So nice little addition. You also get a little cleaning tool, which I'm assuming is just to help clean out the filters and anything like that. Charging dock is also really basic. You got these 2 metal prongs that the vacuum will line itself up on top of. And then the indicator on top, if it's green, means it's ready. And then when it turns off, it means that it is charging. If it's on here, but it's green, you gotta have to adjust it because it means it's not charging. Just put it right down wherever you want, and then it'll actually auto detect where the charging dock's at. It is now charging just like that, which is really cool. That light will also turn red. Super easy. This thing charges by itself. Whenever it dies, it'll automatically go back to the dock, which is really nice. Even has its own app, tells you that it is charging right now. It only has 7%, so we got to keep this thing on the charger. Tells you how much charging it's got, tell you how long it's going to be cleaning. So when it goes, that timer's going to go up, letting you know how long it's been going. We can press start to have this thing go out and start cleaning. We can also do our different modes: auto, edge, spot, manual. Scheduling, you can go into here and you can even schedule when you want it to turn on. So if you're not going to be at your house, you can schedule that. And there's even some more stuff that you can mess with, like find my robot on more. If you can't find where this thing's at, somewhere it's lost somehow, you can click find my robot and it'll play a beeping noise, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, the app is super helpful. When it's going, you can also press the charge icon right there to have it go back to its charging dock. Overall, this setup in the app is really easy to use and it works really well. It's actually a really solid robot vacuum in my opinion. If you guys are looking for one, check this one out.